boring, so boring, like bored to tears with that stuff. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, y'all. It is the last video of 2023 rolling into 2024, and we're going to end it up with Classic Tabletop RPG Friday, going right back into our Classic Traveler RPG series. Now, I don't know if you know this. Some of you may and some of you don't. Some of you have heard me mention this on the channel before, but you can go and grab yourself a copy of Classic Traveler. It's a facsimile copy, but it's free, and it's over on Drive-Thru RPG. The only problem with that is that it has no bookmarks and it's very cumbersome to get around. And it's not real intuitive in terms of going to certain sections, reading certain things that you might want to read on, and kind of skipping around. It's not even possible. However, I remedied that. I have created a copy, that same facsimile copy, by the way, that has all the bookmarks. You get around and it's easy, and it makes your experience in reading Classic Traveler more enjoyable. However, the only way that you're going to be able to get that is becoming part of the Leet squad. And I am going to tell you how to become part of that on the other side of the video. So let's get into this one today, and I will see you there. Let's roll 'em. Greetings, fellow travelers. Welcome back to our journey through the cosmos. Today we are going to dive into the intricate web of trade and commerce within the Classic Traveler RPG. So buckle up, y'all, as we embark on a trade route through the stars. In Classic Traveler, trade is more than just a transaction. It's an art form. You gotta know what you're doing. PCs engage in commerce by navigating a straightforward yet nuanced system. There are 4 types of cargo that can be transported in Classic Traveler. You got your basic cargo, your passengers, your incidentals, and that's like letter mail and small packages or smaller packages, and speculative. We'll go through the first 3 today. We're gonna save that last one for the next video. Commercial starships routinely charge a flat rate of 1,000 credits per ton on average for cargo transport. Now, when we were going over the starship design, we covered this very lightly. It was kind of in and out. Well, today we're going to get into detail on this. Now, all a PC has to do is inquire at a starport, and they're going to get the trader information they need in terms of what's available. And it's going to be in one of 3 areas: your major cargo, minor cargo, and incidental cargo. This is determined on the cargo availability table. Let's go and take a look at that. And I'm going to just lay it out in an example. Okay, for this example, we're going to be using Sky Alex Becken. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. He likes to be called Sab, S-A-B. You're going to be seeing Sky in our Classic Traveler mini adventure, which we are going to be putting together for the spring of 2024, called The Inheritance. Now, the reason we're using Sky today is because he has a ship. He's 42 years old, mustered out with a free trader Type A merchant ship. And so we're going to assume that his free trader's got a totally empty cargo space right now of 82 tons. So keep that in mind. And what we are doing is we're going to be traveling from this place, Dual, to Rustia. So these are the 2 places. So our origin point is Dual right here. So in order to get a starting point, we're going to have to take a look at Dual and see the details about the planet. So here we have a population of hundreds of thousands, which is 5. The number is 5. I put 400 to 500K. That's just something that I did. You know, you could just put hundreds of thousands and just kind of keep it there. But we have a population of 5. And that's going to be important to know, because when we look at the cargo availability table here, we're going to have to start with that world population digit. So there's going to be 5 here. Now, we're also going to need to look at the destination as well, because we have some DMs down here at the bottom for the destination. So it says here, if the population is 4 or less, then you're going to have a DM of -4. If the population is 8 or more, you're going to have a +1. If we're looking at the population of Rustia here, it's 5. So it's the same thing as Dual. So we don't have any change there. We go back here and we look, if red zone, no cargo. If amber zone, no major cargo. Now that would be under the travel zone, and we have a travel zone of green, so we're good to go there. But we have one more that we have to look at here at the very bottom. It says the tech level. You add or subtract the difference between the origin and the destination. Now, if we go back and we're looking at Dual, which is where we're starting from, we have a tech level 15. These guys has got the tech, baby. Tech level of 15, y'all. So what that means is that if we go back over here to the cargo availability table, and down here it says add or subtract the difference between the origin and the destination. We've got a +5 on this because if we go back to Rustia, we see they have a tech level of 10. So since there's a +5 from the origin to the destination, you're going to have a +5 on this table. So it's going to go from 5 all the way down here to 10. It's going to max out here. And that means there's going to be some major, minor, and incidental cargo we will have to roll. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to go over and click on this. So we can roll 1d6 + 6 to see how much major cargo is at Dual for Rustia. Oh, man. 12, y'all. Is going to be a lot of rolling. And I'm going to tell you why here in a second. So we've got 12. So we're going to mark that there. Let's go ahead and do the minor one. And this one, we're going to do a +7. All right. So I'll do 7. And let's see how much we got for this one. Wow. Another 12. And then we got one more for the incidentals, which is just 1d6. Okay, not much there. So this is going to take a minute because if you're looking here, you have major, your minor, and your incidentals. And this is going to be for Rustia because that's the only planet it can reach from Dual. Let's go back over here. See, Rustia is the only one. And what we're looking at here is the tonnage now that you have to figure out for each of those 12. So you have to roll the tonnage, 1d6 for the tonnage for each of those rolls. And then for a major, you have to multiply it by 10. For a minor, you multiply it times 5. And for incidentals, just 1. They're all in tons. So for example, for my first one, because remember, we have 12 for major, I would roll 1d6. And I would multiply that times 10, which means that is a 40-ton shipment. And that's one. Now I have to do that 12 times. Now, of course, I'm not going to put you through all of that. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do this off camera, and we're going to come back and see what we got. And we are back. So I've gone ahead and rolled for each of the 12 for the major cargo, each of the 12 for the minor cargo, and multiplied those by 5, then multiplying by 10 up here for major, and then the incidentals, which were down here, and just multiplied by 1. Now, one thing you have to understand is that these cannot be subdivided. So if you take this 40-ton shipment here, you're taking the whole whop. You can't say I'm going to take half of it. It's the whole thing or nothing. And since we need to fill up 82 tons of cargo space, it appears as if that's going to be the case for Sky's free trader because we can take this 40 ton right here. We can take another 40 ton right here. That's 80 tons. And then we can go down to the incidentals at the bottom and take 2 tons of that. There it is, 82 tons, which means that right there, 82,000 credits. And folks, we haven't even touched on the passengers yet. Let's go to that next. So here we have the passenger availability table. As you can see, it looks very similar to the cargo availability table. On the left-hand side here, we've got our world population digit, and we know that that's going to start at 5. But at the top here, we have high, middle, and low, which refers to the types of passages that are available. At the bottom, we have the DMs for the destination world. They're a little different in terms of what they are. It's the same parameters, 4 or less and 8 or higher for the population, but these are different. You have your -3 and it was -4 before, and you have your +3 here, but it was +1 before. If you're in a red zone, it's a -12, which means that you're not going to get any passengers going to a red zone. That's just the bottom line on that. If amber, maybe you might get some, maybe. And the tech level is going to stay the same, which will be a +5. So we're going to be rolling over here on the A row. And I'm going to go over here. We got 3D6 already to go. We're going to see how many high passages are available on the planet. Now, before we do that, I need to let you know just how much bank you can make with passengers. High passages are 10,000 credits a piece. Did you hear me? 10,000 a piece. Middle passages are 8,000. That's pretty darn good for middle passages. The low passages, which is a low berth, is only 1,000. So I'm going to roll for all 3 of them and see what we can get. But we also have to take a look at the free trader and see what they have available in terms of room. If we go down here at the bottom, we've got 20 low berths, so he can fill up on those if he can fill up on those. And you've got 10 staterooms. Now, this is not actually true, because if you go over here to your crew, you got an engineer, medic, pilot, and steward, and those 4 are going to take up 4 staterooms by themselves. So technically, we only have 6. So he can max out if he have all high passages at 60,000 credits, which is good bank, because he'd be what, 142,000 credits that he would make with the cargo and the passengers. That's not bad. So let's go back to the table here. We're rolling 3D. So let's see what we can get for just the high passengers. Oh, it's on like Donkey Kong, y'all. He's got 9 right there. So you know he's going to take all of them, right? He's going to take the 6 high passages, and let's see what he can get with the mid passages. Wow, 16 mid passages. Let's see what he can get with low passages. 20. So he filled up his low berths, okay, because those are true. All are empty. So he filled those up. So that's 20,000 credits for that. Filled up all of his staterooms. There's another 60,000 credits. Filled up his cargo bay at 82,000 credits. Folks, this dude is making some bank. What do we got here? 62,000 credits for this run, and that's a full house. That's as much as he can make, unless of course he goes speculative and makes a little bit more money just because he likes to gamble, but we'll do that in the next video. Now, of course, this is all done ahead of time by the referee, all of this preliminary stuff, so that it just integrates well with the game flow. And you want to make this at least a little interesting, because maybe this is a place where you'll come back to several times. So do a little bit of RP. It doesn't have to be long, maybe a little 5-minute interaction where you have an NPC that maybe you'll come back to every time that you come back to on this planet. And so you'll be like, yo, let's go and talk to such and such. and maybe they can grow into something bigger, or maybe they'll just be the ones that you go to look for cargo and all the rest of that stuff. But just make it a little bit more interesting than just saying, okay, you got this much cargo and you got this, all right, that's it. Boring, so boring, like bored to tears with that stuff. I couldn't do it, y'all. But hey, that's just me. Got any value out of this video today? Then you know what to do, y'all. You know you need to smash the like button. Also, if you want to stick around, feel free, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. I told you earlier in the video of how you can get that free facsimile copy with all of the bookmarks, make your life a whole lot simpler, and makes reading Classic Traveler a whole lot more enjoyable. How you can join the Leet Squad to get that copy. Well, all you need to do is go down in the description below. There is a link, and you're going to click on that link. It's going to take you to a landing page there. You're going to fill in your name and your email address and hit that blue button. And after you do that, folks, guess what? You become part of the Leet Squad, and you have access to things like our private gilded server, where there's a whole bunch of things that we're going to have going on over there. So the question of the vid has to do more with classic games than it has to do with the mechanics that we just went over today. And it's this. Now, if you've played Traveler in the past, or maybe you downloaded the PDF from before, you've read through it, or you've just gone through this classic Traveler series. The question is this: how do you think Classic Traveler holds up to other games of its type that have come out today? What do you think about this classic behemoth? Do you think that it's not as good, it's not even as good as the other versions that came out later? Or do you think, it's still a monster and it's still great? Or do you think, it's just as good, but it's no better, it's just kind of in there, average or whatever? What do you think? How does it hold up with games today? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. So let's get that engagement going. That's it, y'all. That's me. Y'all know what I gotta do. I got to do my snuggle post.
So exit, stage left.
Hey, if you got a game this weekend, happy gaming, y'all. I pray it is an RPG Elite session full of fantastic adventures and a great experience. So until next time, y'all, God willing, a brother is just gonna have to say peace. 5,000 leaks. I'm out.